Today we learn operations research and optimization technique for the stream computers. Master of Computer Application paper code is MCA 304. Operations research for the BTECs courses for the Computer Science and Engineering CS 505A. Paper code CS 505A, Module 1, Linear Programming Problem, short form LPP, Lecture 9, and paper code MCA 304, Module 1, Linear Programming Problem, Lecture 9. Today we learn Lecture 9 under the Linear Programming Problem LPP. Topics is the duality in the linear programming problem. Primal to dual. Basically we learn today primal to dual. Dual to primal means primal to dual, and if again we find out the dual of the dual, we will get the primal. That's why it is dual to primal. Duality in a linear programming problem. What is the duality in a linear programming problem? That will are the introduction. The concept of the duality in the linear programming states that every LPP called the primal. That means whatever the problem we are discussing or already we solve by the simplex method or graphical method, whatever the problem we writing or formulated from the problem given in the simple language, that is called the primal problem. Objective function is the linear, all the constants are linear, and all the variables satisfying the non-negativity conditions is associated with the another LPP is called the dual. So first problem which one we are handling, that is known as the primal, and for a primal problem, each and every problem we can find out the another problem which is associated with the first one LPP. Second one is known as the dual of the first one. Either of the problem can be considered as primal with the other as the dual. If the second one is considered the primal, then first one will be the dual of the second one. And if we consider first one is the primal, then second one is the dual of the primal. In this unit, you will study about the concept of the duality, important results in the duality, and the sensitivity analysis. But sensitivity analysis is not in our syllabus. Objectives. What is the objectives of the primal to dual or the duality? After going through this unit, you will be able to understand the concept of the duality, discuss the important results in duality, and examine sensitivity analysis as the optimum solution of linear programming problem LPP. Sensitivity analysis we can do with the help of the duality, but in our syllabus sensitivity analysis is not here. Concept of the duality and the sensitivity analysis. But we learned the concept of the duality, and sensitivity analysis is not in our syllabus. Importance of the duality concept. Two reasons are attributed to the importance of the concept of the duality. One, if a large number of constants and a large number of the variables constitute the primal, suppose the large number of constants, m number of constants, and lesser number of variables, and n is the number of variables, that is the less. If we consider the 5 constants and 2 variables, the lesser number of the variables constitute the primal, then the procedure for computation can be minimized by converting the primal into its the dual and then finding its the solution. Suppose we have the 5 constants and the 2 variables. each and every constants we need slag or surplus variable. How many slag or surplus variable we need for the 5 constant, 5 variables. So ultimately what we will get? 2 plus 5, 7 variable we will get. 5 constant, 7 variable. But if we convert it to the primal to dual, we will get the 2 constant. We have the 2 constant only, but we have the 5 variables, 2 constant, introducing the another 2 slag or surplus. Ultimately we will get the 2 constant and the 7 variable. But if we try to solve with the help of the primal, then we will get the 5 constant. That means 5 rows in our the simplex table and the 7 variables. But here we will get the 2 rows with the 7 variables. 2. While talking the future discussion regarding the activities being programmed, the interpretations of the dual variable from the cost or the economic point of the view proves the extremely useful. Formulation of a dual problem. So what is the step procedure when you are finding the dual from the primal? That is the step procedure is here. In the formulation of a dual problem, it should be first convert into its the canonical form. What is the canonical form? Maximization problem is less than equal to and minimization problem is greater than equal to. In this case, right hand side may be negative, but we have to convert it to the canonical form. All the constants we have to make it the less than equal to for the maximization problem, and for minimization problem it should be the greater than equal to. The objective function of minimization is the primal should be converted into the maximization in the dual and vice versa. What is the first thing? We have to convert our problem into a canonical form. Second point, if our the objective function is the minimization problem, then it would be converted to the maximization problem in the dual. If the primal is the maximization problem, then in the dual it would be the minimization problem. The number of constants in the dual will be equal to the number of variables in its primal, vice versa. The number of constants, so what would be the number of constants in the dual that equal to the number of variables in the primal. Suppose we have the 4 constants and the 3 variables. 4 constants and the 3 variables. Then in the dual we will get the 3 constants. And number of variables will be 4. That is the vice versa. Number of as many constants is there, that many variables in the dual. As many variables in the primal, that many constants in the dual. The right hand side constants in the dual will be constituted by the cost coefficient C1, C2, Cn in the objective function of the primal and the vice versa. What are the coefficient in the objective function in the primal that goes to the right hand side of the dual, and what are the right hand side in the primal that goes to the coefficient of the objective function in the dual. It would be interchange. If we transpose the coefficient matrix along with the right hand side, if we take the transpose, we will get the coefficient matrix of the dual. While forming the constraint for the dual, the transpose of the body matrix of the primal problem should be considered. If we transpose the coefficient matrix or call it the body matrix, we will get the coefficient matrix of the dual. The variables in both problems should be positive. That is, there should be no negative values in the final. The variables in the both problems should be positive. That is, there should be no negative values. That means all the variables should be the non-negativity restriction. If the variables in the primal is unrestricted in sign, we already learned we can decompose a unrestricted variable into the difference of the two restricted variables that we know. Then the corresponding constant in the dual variable be equation and vice versa. Suppose a variable in the primal is unrestricted sign, corresponding constant in the dual will be a equation. Similarly, a constant is a equation in a primal, corresponding variable in the dual will be unrestricted in sign. Rules for writing the dual of a primal. This is the primal table and this is the dual table. Maximization problem Z converted to the minimization problem, but variable it should not be the same. It for writing in a table we are writing, but that variable should be changed. We may write it W, or we can write the ZW or ZD dual. Minimization problem converted to the maximization problem. We can write ZD. That means the objective function variable with the dual for the dual problem. Coefficient of the objective functions. Coefficients of the objective function. Whatever the coefficients in the objective function that goes to the right hand side of the dual constants. That is the availabilities of the constants. Availabilities of the constant, that means the right hand side of the constant goes to the coefficient to the objective function. In a primal n variables x1, x2, xn, that means we will get n constant in the dual. Suppose we have the m constant in the primal, then we will get the m variables y1, y2, ym in the dual. Coefficient matrix m, then coefficient matrix of the dual will be the A transpose. The results can be easily understood from the illustrative example. Standard form of the primal problem. First we have to convert in a canonical form, whatever the standard is there. A LPP is said to be the standard form if all the constants is involving the less than equal to sign. That standard means the canonical, basically the canonical form. All the constant involving the less than equal to sign, the problem is the maximization problem. That standard is not actually the standard form. Standard form when we are introducing the slack or surplus variable and make the inequation to the equations, that is called the standard form. But in this case, it is not meaning that, it is meaning that the canonical form. Or when the constants involving the sign greater than equal to sign, that is the minimization problem. Mathematical formulation of the duals. Suppose this is our the primal problem. Maximize Z is equal to Cx subject to the constant Ax less than equal to B. We converted all the constants in the less than equal to type for a maximization problem, or all x greater than equal to 0, non-negative conditions. Then we will get the primal as maximization problem converted to the minimization, minimize W. We are considering the another objective variable, objective function variable, W is equal to B is our the right hand side of the primal that goes to the coefficient of the objective function. Here it is the column matrix. B is in the column component that converted to the row component. That's why B transpose. Y is our the dual variables. As many constant is there, that many variables is there. B transpose. B transpose means as many B1, B2, B3, Bm. That means as many constant is there in the primal, that many variables in the dual, B transpose Y. A transpose multiplied with the Y. So A transpose Y greater than equal to, since it is the minimization problem, it is greater than equal to, and C transpose, what are the coefficient in the objective function, that goes to the right hand side. Here C is the row component and here it is converted to the column component, that's why C transpose, and Y greater than equal to 0. A transpose, C transpose, B transpose are the transpose of the matrix A, C and B respectively. Important results of the primal and dual. What are the solution nature? We can discuss from the comparison table. Unbounded solution of the primal. If we get the unbounded solution in the primal, unbounded means no feasible solution of the dual. No feasible, so in this case we are not considering whatever the results in the dual, we are conclusion the no feasible solution of the dual. If there is a solution, is unbounded solution in the primal, from that we can conclude that the no feasible solution in the dual. No feasible solution in the primal. No feasible solution of the primal. From that we can conclude either unbounded or no feasible solution. Two things may be happened in the dual. Either unbounded solution, it is not always the vice versa, we cannot say. No feasible solution, from that we can conclude dual may be no feasible solution or unbounded solution. Bounded optimal solution. Bounded and optimal solution. In this case, dual has also the bounded optimal solution and vice versa. If the dual have the bounded optimal solution, we can say that the primal have the bounded solution. Because in some cases, instead of solving the primal, we are basically solving the dual. That is, if we deeply study the game theory, from that and game theory problem, if we solve with the help of the simplex method, that time we can find out that instead of solving the primal problem, it is more easy if we solve in the dual method by finding the dual and solve it. So from the dual problem, whatever the solution we will get, from that we have to find out the solution in the primal. So if the dual have the bounded optimal solution, from that we can conclude the primal also have the bounded optimal solution. Now primal have the feasible solution. Dual also the feasible solution. Primal have feasible solution, dual have the feasible solution. Our conclusion is the finite optimum value of both exist. Feasible and feasible, both cases. From that we can conclude that we will get the optimum solution for both the cases. Now see, primal has the feasible solution, but dual have no feasible solution. Unbounded solution of the primal. This is feasible, but may be unbounded. From that we are concluding unbounded solution. Feasible solution in the primal, but we are not getting the feasible solution in the dual. See, either unbounded or no feasible solution in the dual. No feasible of the optimal. Feasible solution, but here unbounded solution means it is feasible but unbounded. From that we are concluding no feasible solution of the dual. Feasible but no feasible solution in the dual. From that we can conclude unbounded solution of the primal. Primal no feasible solution, but dual have the feasible solution. No optimal solution of either problem. We cannot get the optimal solution of either the problem. That means the dual So in this case, it is feasible. That means it should be the unbounded. In this case, it is not the feasible. No feasible solution, no feasible solution, no solution exists. That means no optimal solution exists. It is not feasible, it is also not feasible. Then we can say there should not be exist any solution. Fundamental duality theory, that part I already explained, but here I am repeating this thing. If the either the primal problem is like that, so maximization problem converted to the minimization problem, minimize W is equal to B transpose this, and Ax less than equal to B, it is converted to A transpose Y greater than equal to C transpose, X greater than equal to 0, Y greater than equal to 0, A transpose, C transpose, B transpose, and the transpose of the matrix A, C, and B respectively. This problem has a finite optimum solution, then the other problem will also have a finite optimal solution, because we are interested with the finite optimum solution. That is, maximize Z is equal to minimize W. If either of the problem has a unbounded solution, then the other problem has no feasible solution. Definition of the dual problem. Let us consider a problem that is the maximization problem. This is our the primal problem. Max Z is equal to C1 x1, C2 x2, and Cn xn. Subject to A11 x1, A12 x2, A1n xn less than equal to B1. A21 x1, A22 x2 plus A2n xn less than equal to B2. And last constant is AM1 x1, AM2 x2 plus AMN xn less than equal to BM. x1, x2, xn greater than equal to 0. That is the non-negativity restrictions. Dual. Then the dual problem is defined as, see, what are the right hand side? What are the right hand side? B1, B2, Bn. That should be goes here with the B1, Y1, B2, Y2. So let Y1, Y2 or W1, W2, Wm be the dual variables for the dual problem. So it would be either B1, Y1, B2, Y2 or Bm, Ym or B1, W1, B2, W2 or Bm, W2. This will be transposed. That means A11 with Y1, A21 with Y1, AM1. So new constant in the dual will be column wise. As many variables is there, that means as many variables is there, that many constant we will get. And as many constant is there, that many variables we have to consider in the dual. Mean Z1 equal to B1 W1, B2 W2, Bm Wn. That means here the m number of variables in the dual, because we have the m number of constants. A11 W1, A21. That means from the primal we have to consider column wise. A21 W2, AM1 Wm greater than equal to C1, because this is a minimization problem. And all the coefficients of the primal in the objective function goes to the right hand side of the dual. C1, C2, Cn. A1n, last column of the primal is A1n, then A2n, A3n, then AMN, AMN Wn greater than equal to Cn, and W1, W2, Wm greater than equal to 0. Here W1, W2, W3, Wm are all the dual variables. Now I am considering an example, and it would be better for you when I am explaining with the help of the example. Write the dual of the following primal. It is the maximization problem. X1 plus 2x2 plus x3 subject to the constant 2x1 plus x2 minus x3 less than equal to 2. Minus 2x1 plus x2 minus 5x3 greater than equal to minus 6. 4x1 plus x2 plus x3 less than equal to 6. x1 plus x2 plus x1, x2 and x3 greater than equal to 0. It is satisfying the non-negativity restriction. This is our the given problem, which is our the primal problem. Solution. Since the problem is not in the canonical form, first see it is less than equal to, this is greater than equal to, this is less than equal to. So second constraint is not in the form of the canonical because it is a maximization problem. Maximization problem, all the constants should be in less than equal to type. In this case, we are not bothered about the right hand side. What is the value of the right hand side? It may be positive, it may be negative, but we have to convert it to the canonical form. So second constant, since it is not in the canonical form, we can convert it by multiplying both sides by the -1. So rewriting the above problem, we will get z, maximize z is equal to x1 plus 2x2 plus x3, subject to 2x1 plus x2 minus x3 less than equal to 2. 2x1 minus x2 plus 5x3 less than equal to 6. And third constant is 4x1 plus x2 plus x3 less than equal to 6. x1, x2, x3 greater than equal to 0. Now, when we are converting it to the dual, how many variables is here? 3. So our dual problem, number of constants will be the 3. Here is 3 number of constants. So number of variables will be 3. W1, W2, W3. And here right hand side is 266. That goes to the coefficient of the objective function in the dual. And here coefficient is 1, 2 and 1. That goes to the right hand side of the dual problem. Let W1, W2, W3 be the dual variables. Therefore, mean Z1 is equal to 2W1, 6W2 plus 6W3. Subject to the constant 2x1 plus 2, 2W1 plus 2W2 plus 4W3 greater than equal to 1. That is the coefficient of the objective function in the primal. W1 minus W2 plus W3 greater than equal to 2. That 2 is the coefficient of the objective function of the primal of the second variable x2. Minus W1 plus 5W2 plus W3 greater than equal to 1. 1 is the coefficient of the objective function in the objective function of x3. W1, W2, W3 greater than equal to 0. So this is our the dual of the given primal. Let us consider the another problem. Find the dual of the following LPP. How many variables is there? This is a maximization problem. 3x1 minus x2 plus x3. Subject to the constant 4x1 minus x2 less than equal to 8. 8x1 plus x2 plus 3x3 greater than equal to 12. So second constant is not in the canonical form in the given problem. 5x1 minus 6x3 less than equal to 13. x1, x2, x3 greater than equal to 0. Here number of constant is the 3 and number of variables is also 3. But we find out that the second constant is not in the canonical form. So to make it in the canonical form, in the less than equal to formation, multiplying both sides by the -1, and we will get, so that right hand side after rewriting the primal problem, it goes to the coefficient of the objective function, and whatever the coefficient in the objective functions of the variables x1, x2 and x3 respectively, that goes to the right hand side of the dual problem. So rewriting this, the given primal, we got max z equal to 3x1 minus x2 plus x3, 4x1 minus x2 plus 0x3 less than equal to 8, minus 8x1 minus x2 minus 3x3 less than equal to minus 12, 5x1 0x2 minus 6x3 less than equal to 13, x1 x2 x3 greater than equal to 0. So from that we can say let W1, W2, W3 be the dual variable for the dual problem. So objective function is mean Z1 equal to 8W1 minus 12W2 plus 13W3. And constants are 4W1 minus 8W2 plus 5W3 greater than equal to 3. Minus W1 minus W2 0W3 greater than equal to minus 1. 0 into W1 minus 3W2 minus 6W3 greater than equal to 1. W1, W2, W3 greater than equal to 0. It is the conversion procedure it is showing, but we are not interested in this way. See, this is our the B, it is the break part is there. This is the B, this is our the X, and this is 3 minus 11, 3, 11 first, in the first case, in the your C function. 3 minus 1 and 1, that is the coefficient in the objective function. 3 minus 1 and 1, that is written in 1 and minus 1 and 1 very close. That is the coefficient of the objective function. This is our the coefficient matrix. After transposing this, we will get the coefficient of the dual. Move to the final result. That is better. Z1, 8W1 minus 12W, 12W2 and 13W3. 4W1 minus 8W2 plus 5W3 greater than equal to 3. Minus W1 minus W2 plus 0W3 greater than equal to minus 1. 0W1 minus 3W2 plus 6W3 greater than equal to 1. And W1, W2, W3 greater than equal to 0. So next class we learn, that is the lecture 10. We learn the primal to dual, the another examples also, and dual to primal. So today I stop here. Next we learn the few problems, that is with the equality sign in the constant and also unrestricted in variable. Two different types of the problem we learn in the next class.